Hey guys, it's Ruby here, and I thought it would be a nice thing to do to get a video up in a while because I haven't really been posting often. And that's mostly because right now I'm having sort of like a technology problem, as in my laptop doesn't work, my iPad doesn't work, so there's not really any way of me to be able to get videos from my camera to YouTube because I need to use my laptop, and because I don't have a laptop right now, it's just things like that. So I just decided to start using my phone for now because I don't want to completely stop posting. So I'm using my phone right now, so if the quality is either bad or better, just tell me so that I know how to improve and stuff like that. And also I'm using the same tripod, but it does have something for phones to hold on. So that's why I'm able to use it. So yeah, anyways, I thought this would be a good thing to do to start off my YouTube, to tell you guys about my, experience with eating and calories and all these things. If that stuff really affects you, and if you're really scared and don't like to talk about that, you guys can leave. It's perfectly fine. But I have, I'd say, a pretty long experience with food, and so I'm just telling you guys a little disclaimer. That was my camera, by the way, just doing that little noise. But this is just a little disclaimer to tell you guys, if you guys don't like talking or hearing about calories and food and fear foods and all these type of things, and maybe this video isn't the best for you, but this might just help you think about food in a better way if you guys are suffering through any mental issue. I honestly don't know. I think I had symptoms of anorexia, but I didn't actually have anorexia, but I could be wrong because I honestly don't really remember too much. But I do remember how I felt trapped and all these things. So yeah, let's start off from the beginning. I was never, I'd say, supposedly from my family, I was not fat when I was younger. I was pretty healthy. And then as I think from 3rd grade to around 2nd or 3rd grade, I was a little chubby. Let's just say that. So I didn't really notice it back then because I was a pretty happy kid, just a really happy kid that loves to eat and have friends and things like that. But as I got older, I started to notice things about my body. And, once I got into 5th grade, I started to notice more. And 6th grade, I had to move schools. I didn't have to move schools, but I wanted to move schools. It would also be better for our time and everything because I had to go to school. And my parents and everyone had work, so there was not really any way to get to school. And I went to a private Catholic school. And my experience there was perfect. It was great. I met one of my best friends that I have now. But anyways, so the main reason that I changed to the school is because their school started at 7 o'clock to 7:30, middle school and stuff like that. They start at 7. So it was the best choice because my sister would drop me off, all these things. So I was really self-conscious, and I kept trying to think of ways to lose weight, dieting, all these things. When I was in 6th grade, okay? 6th grade. I am very young. I literally just finished 6th grade. I'm going into middle school. So this story is still pretty new. But there's just all the things that come with it that I'll explain later. But, so, yeah. I was in 6th grade when this whole journey, this whole thing started. So I'm still recovering from my mental disorder. I have had obsessive compulsive disorder for a while, and I think that's also something that goes into my eating disorder somehow. But anyways, before we go into that, I just want to keep going with the story and where I'm at. So yeah, starting a new school, I at first didn't really mind as much with my body and stuff like that. But then as I started going to school, I saw that lots of people at my school were really like slim, and they were all just like really healthy and pretty, and then I just felt like I was a pig or like a black sheep, in front of like all these beautiful sheep. And don't get me, that was a bad example, but anyways, so yeah, I just started seeing the imperfections of my body, and I decided I had to lose weight. I think I weighed like 128, 27. I don't really remember honestly how much I used to weigh, but it was something along those lines of numbers, something between there. So I was self-conscious because a lot of people, like I said, were slim at that school. And there was me who was, a little chubby, if you know what I mean. And obviously I'm still really self-conscious right now. And like, I'm still self-conscious about my body. But I'm trying to just breathe in, breathe out. Just, food is your friend. But anyways, so yeah, I was starting a new school. All that. I started thinking about dieting. At first, I think somewhere along the lines I would try starving myself, and then like sometimes I just couldn't take it. So sometimes like at night or like when it was getting later in the day, I would just start like really wanted to eat like chocolate and all these things. So literally at like when it was later in the night, I would just start like gulping on unhealthy foods because I couldn't take starving myself. And my family started noticing that I wasn't eating, or I wasn't eating as much as I used to. They started seeing that I was trying to step away from food. So my mom would sometimes just like force me to eat something from time to time, and I really didn't want to eat it. It caused a lot of fights, I'd say. But so then I just decided to like try all these things. I tried taking healthier foods to school, tried doing all these, eating like these bento boxes of like random salads, like hot dog salad. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I could have just found like healthier alternatives like what I'm doing right now. But I'll tell you guys at the end of the video or around there what I do now. So maybe I can help you guys, but just know everybody's body is different. Everyone needs different amounts of calories. Everyone needs different things. Everyone's different. So anyways, yeah, so I then just eventually started doing like these salads of random objects that I enjoyed. Like nuts, dried fruit, eggs. I just did all these random things. And that would be all I eat for like lunch, dinner. I wouldn't be having breakfast. I would just have like one snack. So I would only be having 3 meals, and I wouldn't be having breakfast, like I said. I would only be having one snack, and that one snack was just a frozen tub of yogurt. I would put a yogurt in the freezer, and I would just scrape it and eat it so it would last me longer. Anyways, so yeah, I was doing that for like a pretty long time. And then the numbers on the scale just started going down. I felt really happy, and I still am really happy, but of course, I was forcing myself to eat the same thing over and over again, and I felt like I was trapped and I couldn't escape. I couldn't escape eating what I was doing. I couldn't escape eating at all. Like, that way. I couldn't try any new food. I couldn't eat junk food. I just couldn't escape. So each week I would be going to the grocery store, buying the same exact stuff from like dried fruit, nuts, trail mixes, all these things. And, well, I lost weight. And I kept doing it for a while. And then after a while, my parents were forcing me to eat something else other than food. I think that's how it went. I honestly don't remember. I'm just doing what I remember. Obviously, it's probably not going to be completely in order, completely perfect. But I'm going to try from what I remember. So yeah, it's not going to be perfect in order. But then I just started doing like these plates. So you know how they have like that like serving plate, how half of your plate is supposed to be like vegetables and fruit, and then the other half is supposed to be protein and then like grain. and you would have a little bit of dairy. I wouldn't use the dairy, but I would do that plate. So I would have these little sections that I did. I would have vegetables on one section, fruit on another section, grain in one section, and again, protein on this section. And I would be piling it up, and I couldn't escape from that after that. And then my family took me to the nutritionist. So I went in the first time. I was nervous, I was scared, I didn't want to gain weight. And let me let you guys know, going to a nutritionist is probably the best option if you have something like an eating problem or something like that. But I was just going there over and over again. At first they gave me like a simple meal plan, but the next time I went, I had to get a more detailed plan because I got a lot of anxiety, and this is where kind of the OCD comes in. I was like, my mind, so this is how my OCD works, because every OCD is different. I feel like mine was just like, how do I explain it? Alright, so let's say this. I thought about something scary, as in like my family could get hurt, and if I touched it, it would be like a germ, and I had to take that off my finger. So that's just like a skim of it, an example. So yeah, then my brain was like, you have to keep repeating it. You have to make the serving sizes perfect. You have to do all of this perfect. So I would do servings, and then once I got into the more details, when I would be making my meal plan every night, I would be like, okay, I have to get this much proteins, I have to get this much dairies, I have to get this much, fats, I have to get this much grain, I have to get this much, I have to get this much of every single food, this much vegetables, this much everything. So I just started making that meal plan over and over again, and I think I really started to hate it, but I kept telling myself that it was good, and it's helping me, and stuff like that. But, so I was doing that for a while, and then one day, it just struck to my mind, what am I doing with my life? I can't live like this. I really can't. So I was really unable to live like that, and all of that. So one day it just struck me. I decided that very day I was gonna eat like a regular person. Obviously not overeat. I would eat regularly. And I started doing that for a while. And I was good. So I was like that for a very long time. I went to my nutritionist for a checkup. All things like that. And we were doing good. Very good. And then this comes into the more recent times right now. I started changing my meal plan again, getting anxiety again, doing all that stuff. And now I'm doing good again. And I'm maintaining my weight. Because with the meal plan that I've done, because I think I know a pretty good thing about calories, food, all that stuff. It's pretty much in my mind. Like I could say, oh, this apple is like 90, 85 calories. I can tell by the shape, the size, the everything. So I have a new meal plan that won't make me gain weight, and it, at most, it's going to make me maintain my weight. But it's not going to make me gain weight in any chance or form. It's not going to make me gain weight. But, like I said, everyone's different. So yeah. And now, I'm good again. Now I'm happy, So, yeah. I'm better now. I am healthier. And I'm happier. So, yeah. It's pretty rough. But if you guys have gone through anything really hard, like an eating disorder, I've only had I think symptoms of an eating disorder. I don't have an actual eating disorder. And excuse me. Let me tell you this. This all happened when I was in 6th grade. And yeah, so if you guys have gone through a hard time, uh, or if you guys are going through an eating disorder, know that food is a friend. Without food, you're not going to be able to function. Without food, your metabolism is going to slow down, if your metabolism slows down, there. Okay, so yeah, if it slows down, that means that your body burns less calories. And food, I'm pretty sure, is what helps your metabolism stay, regular. So my metabolism rate, I kind of forgot. It's from like 1,300 to 1,400. So basically, if you don't know what your BMR is, metabolism rate is how much calories you burn, your metabolism burns without doing any physical activity. So yeah, that's going to probably slow down if you start starving yourself and you're going to go into starvation mode. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. You're able to get through your eating disorders. You're able to be strong. Remember, God's with you. And He will always love you, and you're going to be fine. Just try to improve and be strong, and you're going to do it. You're going to be good. So yeah, that was my story on my eating and things like that. Just a quick story time. So I have just, if you guys would like to know about me and what I do, what my health is, what my routine is, how much I eat in a day, my estimated calories of how much I eat in a day, and like I said, you don't want to do the same thing I did. You don't want to eat exactly as much as I eat, because every single body is different. Every single body. There's no body I feel like that's gonna be exactly the same. Because everybody's different, everyone needs different amounts of food, everyone's metabolism is different. Everyone is different. And everyone needs different amount of calories, like I've said. It's also because of height. Everyone's height is also different. Everything is different with bodies. So you don't want to do the exact same thing I feel like that other people have done, because if you guys I don't know how to explain it. Okay. Long story short, everyone's body isn't the same. You have to find, because everyone's body, some people's bodies are used to eating 2,000 calories. Some are only used to eating 1,500, 1,700, things like that. Everyone's body is different. So don't try to eat exactly like someone else, because every single body is different. Every single body is used to their own type of food. So yeah. And if you guys would like healthy tips, not unhealthy tips on how to lose weight, I could probably do some research. So click the like button. I'm such a bad YouTuber. Okay, anyways, but yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helped you guys at least a little bit, wait, no. Oh my, not helped you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, but please don't do the same thing I did, please. It's not healthy. But, so yeah, I maintain my weight now, and I'm happy. Thanks to God that I got a lot of help, and that my family is loving. But, yeah, so I hope you guys are healthy and happy, and remember to love God and love all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.